Hello, welcome to my channel Mr. Facts. Today we will discuss about some last words of pilots captured on black box recordings in air disasters. Warning, distressing content. The cockpit voice recorder is one of the most important, but haunting, remains from a plane crash. One of two parts that make up the aircraft's black box. The cockpit voice recorder captures conversations and alarms on doomed planes to help investigators determine what went wrong. But while those recordings are essential, they are often hard to listen to. Here are some of the most chilling last words from the cockpit that capture panic, confusion and sometimes acceptance from the flight crew in the final moments before some of history's most infamous crashes. Number 1, Pakistan Flight 8303. The COVID-19 pandemic has brought air travel to a virtual halt, but 2020 was not without deadly crashes, and one of the worst was the crash of Pakistan International Airlines Flight 8303 in Karachi. In May, 97 people on board were killed, but, incredibly, 2 people survived when the plane lost 2 engines and crashed into a residential area after multiple attempts to land at Jinnu International Airport. A transmission of the pilot's final exchange with air traffic control indicated he knew the Airbus A320 was having engine trouble. "We are returning back, sir. We have lost 2 engines," the pilot said, according to an English transcript. "Sir, Mayday, 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 Pakistan 8303. Then transmission ended. Survivor Mohammed Zubair told reporters the last thing he heard before the crash was the pilot telling passengers over the intercom they were experiencing engine trouble and the landing would be troublesome. Number 2, Lion Air Flight 610. One of the worst recent aviation tragedies was the mysterious crash of a Lion Air flight into the Java Sea off Indonesia in October 2018. All 189 people on board died when the plane crashed after a short and erratic flight. The incident was the first of 2 fatal accidents involving the new Boeing MAX 8 aircraft. 6 months after the crash, sources close to the investigation revealed contents of the cockpit voice recordings, which captured the pilots trying to understand why the plane was flying erratically. The sources said the captain, who was flying the plane, asked the first officer to check the plane's handbook for checklists for abnormal events. For the next 9 minutes, the pilots remained calm as they tried to control the plane. In the last seconds before the crash, the Indian-born captain was silent, and the first officer, from Indonesia, said Allahu Akbar, or God is the greatest. Number 3, Pacific Southwest Flight 182. In September 1978, Pacific Southwest Airlines Flight 182 collided with a Cessna light aircraft as it was descending and about to land at Lindbergh Field, which is now San Diego International Airport. There were 135 people killed on the Pacific Southwest plane, 2 on the Cessna and 7 on the ground. Due to the recording and subsequent inquiry, it was found the accident happened when the PSA crew lost sight of the Cessna and did not make that fact known to the air traffic control. The recording from the PSA plane captures the sound of impact and the response of the flight crew in the following 20 seconds until the crash. "Captain, what have we got here?" First officer, "We're hit, man, we are hit." "Captain, tower, we're going down, this is PSA." Seconds later, the captain is heard again. "This is it, baby." The last words before the end of the recording are, "Brace yourself. Ma, I love you." Number 4, LOT Polish Airlines Flight 5055. LOT Polish Airlines Flight 5055 with 183 passengers and crew on board had taken off from Warsaw's Frederick Chopin Airport bound for San Francisco with a stopover in New York. but it never left Poland. Shortly after takeoff, the May 9, 1987 flight ran into multiple catastrophic events affecting 2 engines and the plane's elevator. About 30 minutes after the first engine exploded, the plane landed in the Kabaty Woods on the outskirts of Warsaw. The cockpit recording captures an orderly response from the flight crew as they discuss their options with air traffic control. According to Flight Safety Australia, the decision was made to try landing at Warsaw, but the plane didn't make it. Those horrifying final words were said in Polish, but translated into English they were, "Good night, goodbye, we perish." Thanks for watching my videos. Don't forget to subscribe my YouTube channel.